I would remind him, don't you remember I don't have a leg? Now, I'm introducing you whoever is going to be my wife. They were all like looking at my knees. The good thing is that we looked alike. The good thing is that we were all beautiful, so they were all expecting this is the person. But to their astonishment, the person with disability or the girl with the disability came to be.
Age is just a number. After that, you have chances. Age is just a number.
I shed tears. I remembered, that other voice that reminds you. Now, who you are. Remember who you are. I was like, God, this person is serious now. And I felt. Now, I started telling him, let me go and pray again. Already, the process has started. But I feel like I need to pray again. He told me, no, it's not a matter of prayers now. This is what God has confirmed me. I am born again. I have been praying. And I understand what I need. And so, who am I? Continued dating. He's from another county. I'm from the other county. And in fact, I remember there is a day I went for holiday. Being disabled doesn't mean that you can't take yourself for holiday. I remember I went. But before I went for the holiday, we had a good date. And you were like, now if you go, how will I talk to you? But then there were no many mobile phones. So there were not so many. So I told him, there is a phone I used to use to reach him. I told him, wherever I'm going, because I was going to Dar es Salaam, not so far, just here at Dar es Salaam. Wherever I'm going, make sure at 4 o'clock you are at that person's place. So that I'll also be wherever I'll be at 4 o'clock. I'll call you and tell you how I'm faring on. My God, let me tell you, I went for holiday. I was meeting, I had my cousins and everybody else there. And wherever we were, I told them, I have a phone call to make at 4 o'clock. 4 p.m. I have a phone call I have to make. And they were like, is it official? Is it what about it? No. I have a phone call I'm making. Don't mind. I have a phone call. I have to go to be away. So when I went and I made the phone call to Kenya, guess what? My brother, George, was waiting for the phone. And he was like, hey, hi, how are you? And I was like, God, you are just still confirming that this is happening. Our courtship started now. Serious. When I came back, we were like, yes, now this is the right person. But unfortunately, we would just talk and remind him, and you remember I am a person with a disability. Are you still sure? Are you still sure whether it is happening? Right now, you might not even know exactly what I'm saying about, but you can see my hands are different. You can see what is there. So you can start off from there. This is just by the beginning. Down there. Down there. And that is why, as a reverend's wife, you find always some people are in trousers. Ukiona mtu na trouser usimjudge. You should know what they are hiding. Down there, my right leg is amputated. Imekatwa. Na aliona ikiwa imekatwa. He was like, he understood. I would remind him, don't you remember I don't have a leg? Don't you remember I am 3-legged? I'm like, how? Wewe, hiyo maneno sitaki. And he would like feel it and he would not discuss it anymore. And so, by and by, I found, oh, this person is serious. This person is ready. But that is after now 3 years, which I wanted 6 months. The gentleman has taken 3 good years. Tunakutana, we meet, and we take a cup of coffee, we would go to Arboretum, we will go to places. I love traveling, and so I would introduce. Now there's this question that came up. He is now out from Bible school, and he wants us to go to his home place because there is an occasion to celebrate. I told my niece, I was living with my niece by then. I told her, you know what? I don't want to go there because if their parents notice me, they will directly cancel that wedding. And I didn't want it that way. They would definitely cancel the whole thing. We planned on a day that we shall visit them. We started attending functions, and every other time I would make sure that we are about 3 ladies so that we can confuse them. And in fact, my friends would be the most closest people to George. Why? Because I didn't want the parents to realize that she is the one who is coming home. I was just closing my fingers if they close the fingers. But by the grace of God, God gave us a verse. Psalms 138 and verse 8b, part of it. God will accomplish that which concerns you. Psalms 138 took us through. God will accomplish that which concerns you. Personally, I'm a person who has been created to be brave. And I felt I needed to speak out. I needed to tell my friends, oh, I have been requested in for marriage. This is happening. But I also felt in myself, no, this is not the right time. I felt that we should now start the process. And I also felt that disclosing it to my parents was an issue. I was that girl. I'm the last born in my family, and I was that girl who would see things and come and tell my mom. So I remember one day telling Mommy, my cousin has just gone to Sijui, another Rift Valley. You prepare an aeroplane, because personally I'll be carried by an aeroplane from here to wherever I want to be. That thing never came to be of an airplane. When I mentioned to my parents that I am engaged and I am ready for marriage, one thing I want to thank my mom for is that since childhood, my mom believed me and she had all the hopes on me. She used to tell me that when she went to the hospital and she gave birth to something she didn't know. Actually, something she didn't know what it was. She thought she had a second thought, and she said, I'll leave this child here and I'll just go home and tell the others nothing, everything is over. But there was a nurse who encouraged her and told her, you never know whether this is the girl or this is the child who will uplift your life. So she came loving me with those words. She was encouraged by those words. She educated me. She did all that. So this time I come here and I tell her I want to get married. She was like, wow, my child is going to get married finally. After so many times getting my friends, we go to see the in-laws whenever there is a function. Now I decided I'm going. And we went with my niece. As I said, we used to stay with my niece and she was my friend. I went with her. And a bombshell. When we were just eating, because he had said we are having visitors and all that, when we were just eating, and he said, now I'm introducing you, whoever is going to be my wife. They were all like looking at my niece. The good thing is that we looked alike. The good thing is that we were all beautiful, so they were all expecting this is the person. But to their astonishment, the person with disability, or the girl with the disability, came to be. Okay, at that moment they didn't show much. They appreciated. And I remember his grandmother was, at the moment, was alive. May she rest in peace. And she came and asked, is this the person you're bringing? And he said, yes, this is the person. This is the girl. Now, because she didn't want exactly to say, and you see how she is, she changed her words and she said, I'll quote it. Nanemora nagia tondo yohana tata wanyu wa nakoria rogoro. Yohana wa family cianyu nakoria rogoro. That means, did you ever ask her where she comes from? Because she resembles your auntie. I just looked at them and it was like, this is not the issue. The issue was the other opposite, but there was a phrase that was being passed. And my brother, my husband said, no, she doesn't come from there actually. She comes from the other side of the mountain. Okay, they were quiet, they didn't talk much. And there we were. We continued visiting one another. My parents were happy because they knew I'm capable of all this. But the fear from my in-laws was, will she be able to handle our son? Will she be able to handle our son? And to my surprise, where there is will, there is way. Where there is will, there is way. When I decided that I am now getting married fully and all this is happening and we are planning our wedding, things started putting them in shape. And everybody else, whoever thought that I'm not able, started now appreciating me because I appreciated myself. If it were not for my appreciation and I felt I'm the right person, I'll do it, we could have given up. And so, when they saw the courage, when they saw the braveness in me, they had no choice than giving in. And so, in this, after that show, I want to just tell someone, believe in yourself. Number one, believe in yourself. No matter what, no matter where you've passed, believe in yourself. Two, love yourself. Love yourself. Don't think that because you're after 30, you are just desperate. No, you are not desperate. You can do something. You can stand up. You can even be. Remember, there are so many other girls, but a person with disability was picked. You, even after 30, you are not an exception. You can be picked by someone who is seeing you doing things in your own way. Don't do things because others are doing. Do it your own way. Do it what you know best. And at that best, God is going to find you there. I might be speaking to someone who is even not born again, but is after 30. Who is wasting herself or himself out there with drugs, with so many other things. I want to encourage you. It is possible. All things are possible. All things are possible. Just be brave, be yourself, and things will come up. Sometimes, you know, we want to pretend. We want to live on another people. Personally, I'm short. Someone ever told me one day, if you don't want to be like so and so, short people, if you need to take something from up there, you have to climb. You have to climb somewhere. But for a person who is tall, to get that thing, you just pick it up. And so what I want to encourage you is, go by your pace. Ukipanda hiyo stool, utachoka and you'll come down. When you're that short and you keep on wanting to be in the same level with that tall person, utachoka na utarudi chini and people will see the fall. So stick to your lane, stick to where you are, and God will find you there. Be brave enough. Encourage yourself that you can still make it. You can be whoever. Psalms 139 that says, I'm fearfully and wonderfully made. Yes. Even after 30, even after 40, after 50, I have seen people going even at 50, and I have attended those weddings. Yours can come, is also coming. It is not too late with God. It is not too late. It is not too late because God created you with a purpose, and it is until His purpose is met. So encourage yourself, take hope, know that ukiwa vile ulivyo, no matter how you are, no matter where you are, God can trace you and He can bring you to where you want. He is saying He fulfills the desires of our hearts. It is after 30, you even after 40, after 50, and you still desire to have a family. God is going to do exactly the same because He fulfills the desires of our hearts. As I conclude, I want to say this. God is not a respecter of persons.